One of the major reasons why you are no longer praying the way you're supposed to be praying, it is because you feel that your prayers are not being answered. And is the reason why you are now ignoring your prayer life. Is the reason why you are now doing things your own way. Is the reason why you are not doing things without seeking the face of God. Is the reason why you are now exploring other means, right? Do you want to know why it looks as though your prayers are not being answered? Do you want to know why it looks as though, even though you are praying, there are no answers to your prayers, or God is not answering your prayers? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Whenever something is not working well, it means that there might be something you are not doing well. It may be something small like this. That small thing that you do not do right might actually stop your big effort. You see, when we talk about prayer, there are two major things that are considered whenever prayer is mentioned. And whenever you want to pray, or you are someone who wants to engage God in prayer, there are two things you must consider. There are two questions you must answer. You will ask yourself and you will answer those questions sincerely. And if your answer does not align with the word of God, then you need to do a checkup on your faith life. You need to do a checkup on your belief system. These are the two things. Number one, the first thing you must know is that agreeing with God is not the same thing as believing in the capacity of God. You can agree with God that God can do a thing. God has the ability to do this thing. That does not mean that you believe that God can do it. It's a two different things. You agree that God has the ability to do it. Agreeing that God has the ability to do it is not the same thing that God can do it. Listen, you agree that God can do it. It's not the same with believing that God will do it. Agreeing that God can do something is a product of agreeing with the teaching, agreeing with the word of God that, God said that ask and it shall be given to you. So I agree that He said it is true. I agree that it is true. So agreement is acknowledgement that something is true. Do you understand? Agreement, like if I say, may God will heal you. God will heal you. You said, yes, I believe. You said you believe, but do you really believe? Do you really believe? Do you really believe? Or you are just agreeing that, or you are just agreeing with what I'm saying? Somebody can agree with what you are saying and don't believe that you can deliver. These are very trickery, some sort of trap that we prayer people, believers, we find ourselves. You can actually agree that God can do something. You can agree with God that you can do this thing. But when it now comes to you believing that God will do it, is where the challenge is. That's where you draw back. So many of us will mistake agreement for faith. Faith is not agreement alone. It's not just faith. Is not just agreement. It's not just agreement alone. Faith is you knowing that this thing, God has the ability to do it, and He will do it. You can agree with someone and then still do something else about the agreement. You see, you can have an agreement with somebody, for example, okay, we are going to do this thing, and then you still go behind the person and take another option, do something else, like look for other means behind the person. You're not doing that not because you don't have understandable agreement. It is because you don't believe that the person can actually do it, even though you agree that the person can do it because of the previous things he has done or she has done, the testimony you have heard about the person. But when you believe that someone can do something for you, you relax, you rest, you have peace, you are sure that he can do it. For example, Lazarus was sick, and then his sister Mary sent for Jesus, and then when Jesus was told that Lazarus was sick, he promised to come back to heal him. And then on the fourth day, Lazarus died actually, and then Jesus came, and then when Martha saw Jesus, she said, well, Lord, assuming you were here, my brother wouldn't have died. I don't know if you understand. But she believed that Jesus can heal. He's the Son of God. With God, all things are possible, right? So Jesus now said, if you believe, you say your brother will rise again. Jesus told Martha, your brother shall rise again. And then she said, I believe that even now, whatever you ask the Father, you ask God, He will do it for you. And then Jesus said, okay, take away those two. And Martha said, no, sir. He has died, and today, since he died, today is the fourth day. He must be smelling by now. Then Jesus said, Martha, didn't I tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? Didn't I tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? Didn't I tell you to believe? If you believe, you will see the glory of God. So one of the major reasons why people are not receiving answers to their prayer is that they have not really believed. Believing is absolute. Faith is absolute. Faith is the evidence of things not seen. It's the evidence of things hoped for.